This is WFO Radio.
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. WFO, what's going on? Joe Castello here with you. And this is our WFO Happy Hour show. And this is a little different because we have got drag racing all over the country going on. Division 1 in action at Epping, New Hampshire. Alan Reinhardt is up there. And down at Houston Raceway Park, powered by Pennzoil, they are down there. Courtney Enders going to be joining us from there. Jason Logan going to be stopping by, of course. And out in Bandamere Speedway, they are in action as well. So we're going to have ourselves a good time and go for about an hour or so. Of course, Dom Lagana last week, just so much fun. Tremendous. And all you folks out there that have gotten used to the happy hour show, as racing starts up, you know, there may be a time that we don't get together and do this the way we have. And so I appreciate you. And let's savor them all. Those of you watching on Facebook, feel free to share and start a watch party. Bring in your friends. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, out there, interact with the show. Let us know where you're at. Sign in to StreamYard so I can see your who you are and what you do. Now, Holly Performance, supporting weekly programming on WFO Radio. Really happy that Holly has come on board in the past couple of weeks, because I've learned a lot about what they've got to offer. If you've got a project car, if you've got a car that, you know, you like it, but you don't like to drive it because you don't like the drivability, that's what Holly EFI is all about. So check them out. They're the undisputed leader in fuel systems for over 115 years. Go to the website. It looks just like this. Holly carburetors powered every Monster Energy NASCAR Cup team and nearly every NHRA Pro Stock champion for over 4 decades. Now Holly EFI products power these cars and are dominating the performance world. As a single solution or partnered with other products from Holly brands, they can give you the edge over the competition. Check them out at holly.com. And big thanks to Robin Lawrence and Jeff Turk and everybody over there for stepping up and supporting WFO Radio. Thank you guys, and appreciate Holly for being on board. Also, Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology, had Matt Hartford on just yesterday. And Hartford's ready to go. He thinks he's got a chance at the championship. But really, it's all about piston rings and learning that why they are better and how you can make a whole lot of horsepower. Yesterday, I spent a little time editing the next Hidden Horsepower podcast episode. We're letting the one with Mark Cronquist go a little while longer. That's going to be Ron Shaver from Shaver Specialties Racing Engines out there in California, like a surf kid turned engine guru, very well known in World of Outlaws, and going to talk a lot about he and Lake Speed working to find horsepower, running those dynos, etc., and so on. Bottom line, if you listen to the podcast, you will learn what I have learned, that if you're building an engine, if you're an engine builder or you're going to have an engine built, you should insist on using Total Seal piston rings, the leader in ring seal technology. Also, Marvin Rodak, Rodak'sCoffeeandGrills.com, the hot sauces and the spice rubs and everything good. Marvin Rodak got me fired up today. Had a little Rodak's coffee and thought, you know what? I'm going to go to the driving range and bang some golf balls out there, and actually had a good run. It's motivational. The hot sauces and the spice rubs, everything good. Try some Rodak's and then challenge me. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't think you will. Marvin Rodak, he's ready. He's down there in Texas. 817-924-6821 for Rodak'sCoffeeandGrills.com. Also, Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School. Smaller classes, but still teaching the next generation of champions down there. Go to frankhawley.com. Find out when that Dragster Adventure program is going to start back up or get going again, where they tour around the country and they bring a bunch of dragsters and they let you race them. You show up with nothing and you leave with nothing except a great experience. Very low commitment, very high fun. The Dragster Adventure, frankhawley.com. Licensing courses, all that, etc. Go to frankhawley.com. Thanks to Frank and Lana. And they're based, of course, Northern Florida. And finally, samtech.edu. Speaking of Houston, I know there's going to be a bunch of Samtech racers out there running that divisional, Houston Raceway Park, powered by Pennzoil. Samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Start your education at full speed. But what does it mean? It means if you want to learn this business, machining, engine building, all of that, there's no better place to get started than Samtech. Everybody is like-minded. They're pushing each other, trying to go to the next level, and they can help place you once you graduate, which is pretty important. Also want to remind you, WFO t-shirts and all kinds of t-shirts are available at nitrofishracing.com. Go to nitrofishracing.com. Use the promo code WFO20 to get yourself a WFO radio t-shirt. And all right, like I got to the bar a little early. You ever done that where you meet some friends? You're like, hey, let's meet at the bar at X time for happy hour. And someone is always the person to get there first. And I got the text, I'm going to be a little late. Everybody's doing stuff. I don't mind. That's cool. I get the spots out of the way. But look who's straggling in now. First up, Mr. Jason Logan.
What's up?
There he is.
How are you?
How are you? I'm great. Great.
I'm a little fatigued. I've been sitting in this chair for 2 hours doing my show. What does Joey know? What
did Joey know today?
He knew a lot. We played songs that had animals in the title, like Hound Dog and Hunky Cat,
yes.
Union of the Snake, songs like that. But we played those because we had Triumph the Insult Comic Dog on today. Are you
kidding me? Why didn't
Robert Smigel, he was on.
Was it the dog on, or did he bring?
We started with the dog, and then he had to go, and then we brought Robert Smigel on.
And so when I wrote the description of this show, I was just like having fun. Like Jason Logan is going to take time out of his celebrity lifestyle.
I'm telling you.
And it was true.
Of course.
That's now Debbie Gibson 1, Triumph the Insult Comedy Dog 2 on my top 2 list of.
Joe, you need to go back and watch because he wasn't on very long, Triumph, because it was early. He had other things to do, and Robert had to leave as well. So it's not a crazy long watch. You can watch it. It's fun.
It doesn't matter whether it's a crazy long watch. I'll watch as long as it takes. If there's comedy and entertainment, which there always is, where can people see that?
You can see our show, What Does Joey Know? And it's with my friend Joey Fatone. And you can go to his Facebook page or his YouTube page. Go to YouTube. You can watch it on your big screen. And just go to YouTube, type in Joey Fatone, and you'll see What Does Joey Know? We've had Guy Fieri. We've had Boyz II Men on. We've had Taylor Dane, Debbie Gibson. We had 2 Broadway stars on, Orfeh and Andy Carl on this week. Of course, you know them. They've been in everything.
Yes.
We've had the fitness marshal on. We've had who I have no idea who the hell this guy has over 100 million views on Facebook.
Are you picking up
Facebook on YouTube?
Are you picking up followers because of this? Are you like Jason Logan, the host? Is this working for you?
You know where I'm picking up followers? On Instagram.
Really?
And this is funny because there's some drag racing people that had followed me, and I just don't follow people back. Well, the other day I started following people back, so I pop on my Instagram thing, and I just start going, follow, and I thought there were a lot of people from the What Does Joey Know show, and I recognized I recognized some drag racing people, and everybody's like, oh, okay, so it's kind of be cool because it's rekindled some conversations. But what it also has done has opened up my world to getting catfished.
What? You've been catfished?
Oh yeah, Joe. Let me tell you one. I think I saved it.
People need to understand, like, what does catfish mean?
All right. Well, let me see if I can find this person's.
I didn't even know what catfish meant, but now I do.
What they do is, what they're doing on here is they want to get free stuff from you. And they start off talking. Oh, where is this?
Yeah, let's keep. This guy's been catfished. The thing that's very important. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so here's how it starts.
Yes,
and this person was probably the 10th person that I realized. I was like, okay, and I thought they were. And basically, being catfished is they put up an attractive female or whatever, or attractive male for the females, attractive female with all these great pictures and whatever, and then it's just some 19-year-old kid in his basement trying to get money from you.
Catfish is gross. That's a terrible thing to do. No one should catfish anyone.
So here's how it goes. It starts like this, and there, like again, there was a couple other ones that I had talked to before, and I was like, okay, I realized now what's happening. She writes, her name's Melissa Jones. She writes, hello. And I write, what's up, Melissa Jones? And she goes, hey, how are you? I said, great. How are you? And she writes, I'm pretty good. How about you? Now, right there, I'm like, I just answered that question. It's probably a robot or something, or,
Absolutely. I get all these all the time, except I just delete them. The requests, like, hi.
Well, that's what I'm starting to do. So then, I mean, literally, this is like just, I'm pretty good. How about you? She goes, where are you from, if I may ask? I go, I live in Orlando. How about you? She writes, I live in Lubbock. I'm 25 years old, single, never been married, with no kids. Right out the gate. Why do I need to know that?
That's a dude, man.
That's a dude, right?
Hey, look, we got a couple other people checking in, Jason. We're going to stay with this story, but I want to welcome
Oh!
The show, Courtney Enders. Courtney is out there at Houston Raceway Park, powered by Pennzoil. What's up, Courtney? How are you?
Hello, I'm very hot. It's very hot here.
Are you in a drag race?
I am.
Oh.
Erica's racing comp, Royce Lee's racing, Alan Firestone. Erica just made a run. She went 8:15.
Okay.
And I'm literally waiting for them to get back.
All right, so just so you know, like this is what I want. I've also invited Hannah to participate with us today because we love Hannah. But Jason, I was going to say to you, I want you to feel you just worked, man. I want you to feel relaxed here, and this is your genuine happy hour, okay?
Of
so
course.
I feel like you got to. Courtney, I want you to make us feel like we're at the track and part of the team, like debriefing and showing us cars pulling in as best as you can, and also enjoy your life. Can you do that?
I've got sunscreen and water. That's what you need here. I'm ready.
Now, are you able to have beverages? Are you guys able to have beverages?
She's still working.
I am not working. I'm here. It's Father's Day weekend. The divisional is at my home track, and my dad's out here, and I'm running around with all the people that we used to run juniors with and everything. So this is like look at me. I'm in shorts. I'm like full spectator mode.
I love it. I love it. So you'll be able to enjoy. Just so you know, I decided to get creative today because I miss flying so much. I have decided to create the airplane Bloody Mary full on with the Bloody Mary mix. I got my airplane Bloody Mary. And the best part is these little mini Tito's actually came from a first class experience, and I have been saving them for something like this. And so I will be enjoying airplane Bloody Mary. You guys can enjoy whatever you want. We've got Courtney.
I'm doing what people at the racetrack in Baytown, Texas do, and I'm drinking a Coors Light.
Coors Light. I like it. I like it. Okay.
Because it's what I saw.
Look at this. Courtney, this is awesome. You're at the track, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're getting like a real racetrack experience. It's like we're going to
but we'll watch them come in the pit. We're just lounging at the moment.
All right. Before we get too far, let's bring in our fourth co-host on this happy hour. She is joining us from, I guess, Las Vegas and Nevada, Miss Hannah Rickards. Hannah.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
Hi, Jason. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Hannah. Look at Hannah's.
Good. I'm glad to see you guys.
Hannah's home studio.
Hello.
Yes, your studio game has stepped up, Hannah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I want to be as cool as you, Joe. I'm trying.
You've already surpassed it.
Me too.
That's so easy. Come on, you guys are so easy. It's surpassed. Okay, so we got Courtney as our at the track reporter. Jason is winding down from a big episode with Triumph, the insult comedy dog. That must have been tough. And exactly. And Hannah, what are you up to? What trials and tribulations have you gone through so far on this Friday?
Ooh, Friday. I mean, still quarantined, so I'm in the phase of like cleaning my entire house. So those are the real trials.
Excellent.
I really have nothing. You guys are so much cooler.
Oh, that's not true. We have closets and things that needed to be organized. We just did that
What's
6
cool
weeks
about
ago.
right now is that it's so regional. What everybody's doing is so regional.
Yeah,
I know. That's true.
Have they started closing or making people wear masks again in Texas? Because on Saturday, we have to go back to wearing a mask in Florida.
Ask yourself if Texans are going to undo something they already undid that they didn't want to do in the first place.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Hold on. I'm going to ask myself that.
We're going to have a battle.
Hey, look.
Yes.
He's not going to be able to hear you because you're in my ears and I only have one.
Okay.
Hey, there's my man.
There he is.
Jason, Joe Castello, Hannah. We're on a live happy hour.
What's going on, sir?
Nice to meet you, sir. How are you?
It's nice to meet you, sir. All right. Get out of here.
They look much better on camera.
Ha!
How
You were
dare
great.
you.
You were excellent and right on track. I
Oh,
really
he said you're
enjoyed it.
excellent and right on track.
See?
I told Joe
I
that
can't tell
that
you
was
his response.
I told Joe that was not a proper, distinct depiction
He did.
of the real Greg Enders that I know.
He said it was not an accurate
He's-
portrayal.
He's funny. He's a funny guy. Can you hear race cars? Does that make all
Yes.
three of
Yeah.
you excited?
Such a good sound.
Yes, that is a great sound. And we have 3 divisional races going on. Epping, New Hampshire, Division 1 has started. This is their first action. The state of Texas has been going for a while. And out there in Bandamere, I believe, they are in action. So we got any racers out there that want to jump on, just let me know via instant message on Facebook, and we'll bring you on. We've got some of our people out there. Selena says, what's up? Marvin Rodak, who is supplying coffee for not only me, but Courtney now. Marvin is out there, says, no mandatory masks yet in Texas. what they may do is allow local areas to do it. Sammy Eubanks, the voice who has sung the national anthem. We have 2 NHRA national anthem singers on right now. We've got Sammy and Selena, who have both done great jobs of singing the national anthem. Sean Anderson is out there enjoying his Capco blend of coffee. Craig Garland is out there enjoying with us. Hey, Courtney, do you remember?
Hi, Craig.
You remember him.
Hey, Craig. What about Courtney's mom? She's there.
Yes.
It's my mom's birthday.
It's your mom's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yes,
Janet.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Wow.
Jason, if he remembers this.
Oh, Jason, this is for you
I
from
can't
my
have
dad.
that. Oh, I remember that.
What's the story?
So, well, am I back in?
You're in. You're on. You're on.
So I got to perform at Courtney Enders' wedding, and her dad's like, listen, this is what I want to do, because he's giving his dad toast and everything. He goes, so I want to do that, and then after I'm done, I'm going to take the mic and I want to drop it. I go, you drop it, you buy it. He's like, no, I'm doing it. It's happening. So every time I see him now, every single time, he goes, I'm going to drop the mic. That's his joke with me. Okay. But I let him drop the mic, but I let him do it, but there was a pillow on the floor behind the table, so he hit the pillow and nothing happened to the mic, so it was good.
Excellent.
Dad jokes never get old to Dad.
No, they don't, do they?
I agree.
We got action.
Oh, here we go.
ACT?
Did you
ION. Action, boys, action.
Here it comes.
I don't know how to flip it on the app.
No, that works. That's fine. That's fine for us. There comes
Great view.
Pontiac G5, Lee Sharp. Now, who's her crew chief for this?
We've got Tim Freeman is here.
Tim Freeman, which I heard that story.
Bo Butner, yes.
Who does he work with normally?
Bo Butner.
Exactly.
KB.
Who runs what kind of power?
He's not in here.
Because drag racing, it's so
incestuous.
That's a good word, incestuous.
So what they did was they dropped the car and they went up to the starting line because Royce Lee is up. So they just bolted. Everybody bolted.
I saw in the comments that Erica went #1 already.
Yes, that just happened.
That just happened. I didn't even see that in the comments. Where did you see that in the comments?
Very top, Joe. Very top.
Gosh, man. It's like very fast.
Chuck Holian said it.
There it is. Thank you, Jason. You're doing a great job. Erica just went #1. Keep on.
What do you non-Texans know about the Beaver?
Buc-ee's. I know about it.
Buc-ee's Beaver.
We just did a show about it the other day. The top pit stops for truckers and people, and Buc-ee's is like rated #1 by many, along with Wawa and Quick Trip.
Yeah, but Wawa's not a truck stop. Wawa's
it's not a truck, but it's a pit stop. It's like a road stop, like a racetrack, like a Wawa. Yeah. Buc-ee's apparently is huge, and everybody in Texas loves them.
Listen, I had Wawa. I had a Wawa tuna fish sandwich today for lunch. It was delightful.
I hear they have good sandwiches in there.
Sandwiches are amazing. The chicken salad there is unbelievable.
Which of the roadside, racetrack Quick Trip is popular out there in Vegas there, Hannah?
I can't say I frequent them too often, but there's a Petro next to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to go to the Iron Skillet, get myself a little skillet buffet.
I've eaten there.
Yeah, it's you know what? I'm not gonna hate on it.
No,
I think it's
the salad bar's good.
Listen, how many of you have taken a shower in a truck stop?
Not me.
I
haven't either, but that's a whole other level.
Not doing it.
I don't camp. I don't even really like sleeping in motorhomes. No, I like staying around.
There was a performer named Britney Spears. Do you remember that far back? Do you remember?
I remember back that far.
She was big. Thank you.
I remember.
Britney Spears was big, but she was super hot, right? Everybody was like, oh my God, she's super hot, super hot. But then, that's awesome. No, keep it going, Courtney. You're the soundtrack of our lives right now. But
I am.
There was some sort of like bathroom truck stop video, paparazzi video of Britney like going barefooted into the truck stop bathroom.
She's from Louisiana, man.
And
that's what we do.
It was over. It was over. The whole aura.
She got gas station feet. Winn-Dixie feet is like what I call it. Winn-Dixie feet.
Jeff Foster, Hannah Rick, the Iron Skillet just opened back up. There it is. Is that the one by the track?
Thanks. That's the one.
Hannah likes that tuna.
I secretly just got really
taking
excited.
us on an adventure, Joe. If it gets loud,
Listen, their mac and cheese is
if
good.
it's loud, you can mute me. I won't be
can mute
offended.
you. This is what it looks like when you're muted, just so you know. But we're not going to mute you. We like the race car sound effects.
Courtney's taking us on a trip in her favorite rocket ship, zooming to the sky, little lines. Is that Alan Reinhardt talking?
No, he's in
Bob Unkefer.
Oh, I'm just living vicariously through those sounds right now.
I mean, it's the pits. We're at the racetrack.
Oh, look at that.
You are officially a roving reporter. You've got the roving part down.
Listen here, coming live from Baytown, Texas.
You need a wind gust?
Tortilla over there. My people. I'm trying to find Royce Lee is what I'm trying to find.
Stan and Sheila, the chick with the stick is very media savvy.
I just saw her for the first time. I literally just got here. I was an overachiever. I showed up after Q1.
Oh, there you go. Well, you're in fan mode. You've got shorts on.
I've got shorts on. I'm walking around FaceTiming like a fan. This is great. Look at this.
Oh.
We're going
that's what Baytown looks like.
We're going to the lanes.
We're going to the lane. It looks like I've missed him.
It was a good thought.
Well, I was walking over here, but look, just take it in. Soak it in.
I think it's fantastic. Yeah, look at that. We've got top sportsmen in the lanes. And we got a little stock eliminator, it appears.
Got the RC folks.
You know what's funny is because we've been to these tracks so many times and we do all this stuff. Like I'll play a video game in my head, and I'll play FIFA against my kid, and I'll just start as I'm playing daydreaming about the ride from the hotel to the track. And I don't know why that's weird. And then in my head I'm going, all right, where am I going to park at the track when I get there? I got to figure out where I'm going to park.
Comes rolling in.
It's weird, and I go through each track. I don't know why I do that, but I do.
That is that's a little messed up, Jason. That's a little too much.
It's really messed up.
It's a little too much. You shouldn't love anything that much.
I don't.
You know what?
That's the whole point.
I just remember, Jason, that is the racetrack where you and I got there before anybody else and didn't have a key to the hospitality trailer, and you called me out on a video, and it's the best.
I totally did.
You did that, and it comes up every year on Facebook, and I'm like,
all right, Courtney, we're going exclusively to Courtney to just listen. Bring us on the starting line, best as you can.
What's up, E?
Here we are. Look, no red vest necessary.
Wow. Yeah, it's packed. Everybody is disguised as empty seats.
It's a metal grand.
oh no.
They're all wearing the same shirt. It's like a silverish color.
You can't hear, but it's Joe and Jason and Hannah. Say hi. Say hi.
We saw that.
So that's what's going on here.
That's amazing.
Show us that run that's on the starting line if you can.
That's it.
Call it.
Let's call the race. Call it.
All right. I don't know how to do that. Here we go. We got the left lane. Pre-stage. Right lane taking a little bit of time, but he's rolling. Here we go. Here we go. Rolling in, rolling in. Left lane getting a little impatient. This time. Ooh, double bulb. Bam. Right in. Left lane. Here we go. Right lane again. Not lane. Oh, 162.35. Left lane. Get their first 743 to an 837. Bam!
Bam!
That was good. Good job.
I'm fired.
Very nice.
No, Courtney.
You know.
This is exactly. This.
Tim Freeman.
Oh, he's running?
No, he just was one that waved.
Oh, okay. I missed him.
But I'm getting away from the noise now.
Yes.
It's loud.
Well, that was worthwhile experience for happy hour already. That was pretty great. And it is these shots we're seeing from the starting line. So, Jason, that should satiate you a little bit. You're not the kind of guy that goes to a racetrack just for fun, though. You've got to be compensated.
Well, Joe, I would go to a racetrack for fun now.
Right. I get it.
I mean, Joe, apparently that's what's going to happen. Me going to racetracks for fun.
Yeah. Are we doing that? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think we
It's all
should.
good.
Things
It's
can
all good.
change. Things can change.
It's all good. We'll figure it out.
All right. I'm going to let Courtney get back to it. There she is. She is back. And there it is. Courtney, that was excellent work. You did a great job. You brought us right out to the starting line, and it was fantastic.
And now I get to get my steps in and walk back.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to lower your mic until you get somewhere a little quieter so we can bring, and there it is. Just wave at us. And we've got Selena out there. Mooresville's going on. And people asking questions. Anthony out there asking if Houston Raceway Park closing. There's always been rumors. I don't know. The answer is this isn't the wrong show for that. It's happy hour. This show is all about fun and good times and all that stuff. And you don't all have to do that. I'm not going to do that. Like
What, this?
Hannah and yes, exactly. Hannah and Jason are doing it.
There you go, Hannah.
just a little happy hour shimmy.
That's it.
Sorry. It already got weird.
Joe, do you know what Hannah does for fun now that things are going on?
I know she bought a kayak on Amazon.
She bought a kayak, but she also does quarantine karaoke.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
What does that mean?
So on like Friday or Saturday night, there's a group of us who get together and we seriously just all sing to our laptops. So it's like being at karaoke, but we're all quarantined. And it sounds weird, but it's been really cool. It's been fun to make new friends in quarantine, which I didn't think would happen. So just try it. Just come sing a song. It's awesome.
Well, why don't you try it for us so we can see what it's like? Because I would never do something without being introduced to it. So maybe on this show, we can get a version of that. If only we had a guy who had music available. But
she's going to have to see. She's going to have to play it from her computer, Joe. Listen, Hannah, if you do it, I'll do it. I'll do it. You do it.
Listen, I got to work up to it, man. I wasn't prepared.
Work up to it.
The acoustics in here are just not quite right.
Happy Mimi. The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
That is going to be the big finish of this show. It's got to be. Now,
Work into it, Hannah. I'm going to find my song now. And I have versions.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
I'm excited for this.
I look
karaoke battle.
Courtney is frozen, but with the sunlight emanating and the hair blowing in the breeze, it's a good thing to have on the screen.
It really is nice.
Yes, exactly. Selena wants to know, speaking of parties, what division has the best banquet? The answer was Division 2, as best as I've seen, based on what I saw this past year. I hope that continues to be the case, Selena. We do not know. Greg Garland wants you to keep working it, of course. Hey, look, it's Joey Rocket, guys.
Hey, Joey Rocket, man.
Rocket. Jason, do you know Joey Rocket?
I don't think so. Maybe I do, but I don't know.
Hannah, do you know Joey Rocket?
I don't, but based on name alone, I'd like to.
Exactly. What about Courtney? Courtney, do you know Joey Rocket? And Courtney doesn't know the story of Joey Rocket. All right, so Joey Rocket has been chiming in all week long, and I decided to save the Joey Rocket story for the happy hour show.
Hey, by the way, is this his theme song, Joe?
That's rock.
I won't play too much more.
No, he's a rock guy, dude.
Well, so that's Rocket by Herbie Hancock.
I know Herbie Hancock is a jazz wizard.
By the way, Joe?
Yes.
I have my karaoke song.
Okay, so Hannah, he's prepared. You guys are going to be in a karaoke battle at the tail end of the show, so get your stuff ready. We're about 15 minutes away from that. Hannah, you said you agreed. You agreed to come on the show. It was a big mistake, Hannah.
Yeah. Can I fake that like my internet's going out?
You can fake like your internet is going out.
I'm just like, gotta go.
Wait till the fall. September, October, November will be crazy at the Strip in Las Vegas. A national, 2 divisionals, the Fling, Turkey Day race, big junior race. Oh, and a NASCAR race there too. Yeah, Jeff Foster. Jeff Foster is hooking me up, by the way. One of our, I would like for our happy hour guest next week to be renowned automotive artist and drag racing artist, Kenny Youngblood. And Kenny and I have been talking about him being on the show, and he's going to be the perfect happy hour guest. And Jeff is going to load me up with a bunch of just stories about Kenny. We're going to talk about his art, all the amazing things that he has done in his career, schemes, designs, etc., and so on. It is going to be great. Joey Rocket is a metal god. He is the metal god, but that's not it. Which is the track that this happens at? There is a track, a couple actually. I kind of think Chicago, maybe one of the Texas tracks, where on the starting, like Kansas, Jason, there will be a leather-clad metal guy. It's definitely in a band.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, who is that guy? He's definitely a celebrity. Like, I wish I had a photograph of Joey Rocket on the starting line, but I don't. Joe, if you got a photo, you should send it to me on Facebook, instant message, or email it or something. But anyway, so Joey Rocket, everybody comes up to me. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? He's a celeb. He's in a band. He's Stephen Piercy. He's this guy. He's that guy. He's in Rat. He's in, they name every band. This guy, Joey Rocket, because he's got full leather pants, like a leather vest, biker boots, a chain off his wallet, like a belt with spikes. He's got a bandana. He's got everything. He just came off stage, except he's on the starting line at an NHRA race, and he only pops up here and there. And so after 15 people coming up to me saying, like, who is that guy? Who's that guy? I'm me. I'm going to find out. So I went over to the guy. I was like, hey, man, who are you? Are you like in a band or something? He goes, I'm Joey Rocket. And that's why I always say that. And he goes, so, and he's like, I have a band. It's like, are you like in Rat or something? He's like, no. He's related to Stephen Piercy somehow, so he says. But he's just Joey Rocket. He's got a band. He loves drag racing. He worked for Garlits, and that's his look. He's the metal god.
I love it.
Guitar in the pit.
Wow.
He drinks raw nitromethane.
Oh.
He's Joey Rocket. That's right. This guy is one of the subculture people in our sport that is now, just like this, through happy hour, mainstream.
Yeah, I get you.
The only area where I've failed is I do not have a photograph of me and Joey Rocket.
You don't have a photograph. I want to love you. Photograph. You don't have one of those?
No. I would have to. It would be.
Do you do that, Joe and Hannah? Let me ask you this: I'm like Pavlovian in that way. Like if I hear someone say, like if you say the word Phil, this is what goes on in my head. Phil Connor. Yes. If you say Phil, I do it. Yes. Yeah, I do that with everything.
Phil Connor.
Yeah, I did, but I'll do it with like you said. I don't have a photograph. You don't have a photograph. I don't sing a song. Is that weird, or is that just do other people do that?
Just depends on the connection.
And by the way, Michael James, the Cubs flag, yes, and there's a reason why I have a Cubs flag up here because I make money with it.
How's that going? How is that going?
I do pretty good, Joe. I think I've made about $250 so far on Cameo.
That's
nice.
Impressive.
I'm just saying, man. Look, between that and Uber Eats, I'm in it, man. I got a big shame.
For those wondering, we have temporarily lost Courtney.
Oh.
But I have to say, even if we don't get her back, her contribution to the show was fantastic. We got to see race cars. We were on the starting line. That was awesome. See, Joey Rocket says he's with the Capco team. Richard Hogan is his friend because they worked together when he was working with Garlits. And there is the tie. And you know who else is out there? Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey.
That's our guy.
He's hanging with us 245 miles north.
Mickey does all the audio at the track. So if the sound goes out on one side of the track, it's Mickey who goes and fixes it. It's not his fault because he had it working at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes and fixes it.
I don't think people understand now that we got this going. The backstage angle of, since we're talking rock and everything, we're kind of like a big rock show. We got sound guys and we got entertainers and we got shows and all this. And both of you have experienced the negative of it's working and then all of a sudden it's not working, and angry fans, and just we've been in the trenches when fans don't maybe know exactly what's going on, but it ain't right. And we have to fix it. It gets fixed, and then we move forward.
It's awesome, and no better place is that up in the air is with NHRA.TV which we have no control over.
No control at all.
And we can't fix it in any way, shape, or form. Now, if the sound goes out on one side of the track, you could yell at me or Joe down on the starting line or wherever we are. Hey, the sound's out. I'm like, oh, it is. Hold on. We can call somebody and fix that. NHRA.TV, don't text us and go, hey, what's going on?
Who are you? You doing your best Alan Reinhart right now? Don't send me any birthdays.
Listen, you can email me at announcer@nhra.com. I will not be answering in real time, and I won't be doing shout-outs. I will not be doing birthday messages.
Yes.
Well, some Alan Reinhart.
Any stories you'd like to share of things going horribly wrong?
Oh, no. I just think of Phoenix during prime time. I was doing all right. I was by myself. I didn't have Jason, which was the worst. But somehow this song for Leah Pruitt didn't start where I wanted to. And I'm pretty sure I dropped a swear over the PA. And it was the most horrifying moment.
Well, let's talk about that, Joe. Let's talk about prime time.
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I guess.
Because some people like it and some people don't like it, Joe.
No, well, the people that I encounter mostly like it.
Mostly.
Except for that one guy in Indy.
That's fine. But for all last season, we did it. And some people think that we're just picking the songs randomly. We don't pick the songs.
No.
Hannah and I are up there on stage, and we're up there. So it's Joe, myself, and Hannah working in concert with each other, if you will. There's a synergy that happens, Hannah.
That's what it looks like. Yes, I saw the synergy come together.
Felt it.
The synergy makes me feel a little uncomfortable when I see it.
Well, listen, I just did I did it this way, Joe, okay?
I know, I felt like I shouldn't have done that publicly.
I didn't do something else, but that's another show, and it's a different time for that show. Anyways, so they picked the songs. And so what Hannah is the curator of the song. She goes and sends everybody a text, hey, guys, we need your songs, and I would like to have your songs, and she does it like on a Monday or Tuesday of the week of the race. Because these people like to switch, like J.R. Todd likes to come up with a new song, and he likes to theme it for whatever city we're in.
Yeah, he won the deal. I think JR probably won the whole
Joe, I don't know
whole deal. He was the best at it. He put the most thought into it.
He's been good. But
really
Caleb over on Cruz Pedregon's team, Caleb is on point. Cruz Pedregon songs have been on fire. So anyways, they send Hannah the song. Mm-hmm. And sometimes Hannah and I are there on a Friday afternoon getting ready to go into Q2. So-and-so doesn't have a song. And this is what happens. And we have to go find them. And then we have to say, hey, guys, what song are we going to play, Hannah, if no one gives us a song? What's the song?
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
That's right.
We never did it, though. We were this close to doing it in Vegas one time, and then something happened, and we weren't able to Baby Shark.
They got it in there. So, anyways, we're not the ones who picked the songs. But anyways, Hannah and I, we're on a constant call because you're going to get this song at some point in time. You know what I'm talking about? Which I think would be fun.
But if I did send it to somebody, like, look, you need to send a song in, or we're getting Baby Shark out there for you.
Right.
A response came like that.
Yeah. As soon as you threaten them with Baby Shark, it's over. But so primetime is good. Nikki gets us all set up for primetime, and it's a whole behind this. I mean, literally, there's like 8 people producing primetime.
Don't say that. It's a tight team that's very very. We work very well. It's not 8 people. You're overstating it a little bit.
Me, you, Hannah. That's 3. Then there's Mickey. Then there's Alex. Then there's George in the truck. Then there's Evan. Mm-hmm. Whoop, I'm at 7, Joe.
Oh, boy.
So right. Alan Reinhart.
It's a huge team. Right.
Oh, that's true.
I'm just saying.
For a production with 8 people, it really should have been a lot better.
It's true. Very true, Joe.
Oh, I just I started to do the math, and it got out of control. All right, so I was unable to download the photo, but Joey Rocket has sent me this via instant message, and I'm sharing it with you guys.
There he is.
Nice.
That's Rocket, man. This guy he worked with Garlits, and most importantly, he confuses everybody because they think he's Steve Piercy out there, and he's a rock guy. He's in the deal, but he's actually worked on nitro cars. And so by the way, Piercy has too. He used to work on Walt Rhodes' freight train, I guess, back in the day. But anyway, that's the Joey Rocket. So when you see a guy like that jamming on the starting line, he's a former crew member. Mickey.com/Metal God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You've offended Mickey.
I'm not
offended him. He's been
offending Mickey. He's talking about you.
No,
he's not talking about me. He's talking about you.
Me. That it was
Watch it.
Not good enough for.
Yeah, come on, exactly. Mickey works his butt off out there, Joe. How dare you,
Mrs. Enders?
Thanks, Mickey.
Got to run. Thank you for happy hours, Joe. We're heading to the beach for a happy hour birthday.
She's leaving because Courtney's out. That's the whole reason. She doesn't want to watch.
She's only temporarily out. You would think, based on no cell service at the track. But thank you, Janet. Appreciate it. She's going to the beach. I miss the beach. I haven't been able to beach in a while. And I did go to a casino last Friday after the show. After we parted, I had Dom Lagana on, and we had this great show, and my friends wanted to go see go to a happy hour. So we're going to go to Twin Peaks. And then there was an hour line to get in Twin Peaks. So I was like, that sounds very unsafe. Let's go to more of a pub, smaller deal. So we went to Ye Old Falcon Pub, which is a local place. They've got all kinds of beer, and went in there. There was like 5 tables of people in there. It was perfect. So I ordered a beer, and they're like, well, we don't have that one. I was like, okay, how about this one? And they no, we don't have that one either. It's like, okay, well, how about this one? And they said, oh, we don't have that one. It's like, okay, what about this one? They're like, we don't have that one either. I was like, what do you have? And they had like 2 beers, and they brought it to me, and we enjoyed it. So then after that, we went to the Guitar Hotel, which, Jason, you know about that. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Guitar Hotel that was made a big deal of during the Super Bowl coverage.
Right.
First day back, first hours back. I was in there, tip of the spear, fighting off the COVID, out there showing my patriotism to get us back and bring our economy back. There's nobody in there. It was great. It was like landing on the beaches, man. Look, oh my God.
You were in Normandy?
Look who's out there now, guys.
Hey, oh my gosh. Hi, Jock.
Jock, yes. So if you ever doubted that this was the Celebrity Insiders show, this is now it. We've got both of the Enders parents, and we've got Jock, and 2 national anthem singers. What's better than that? And of
by
course,
the way, if you haven't been following Jock's story, man, you've been living under a rock. The fact that guy's alive, dude. Come on, Jock. Awesome, man. So happy for you, brother.
Yes, Jock. It's amazing. And you know what's crazy is on this software that I use, you can only have so many videos available. And just yesterday, I deleted the Jock video.
Oh.
So, of course, isn't that terrible? The good news is I was able to get it back pretty rapid. This is what it was like when Jock left the hospital. Sorry, Hannah. Just a tremendous moment. Steve Johnson took that. Steve Johnson was on the show. Jock is now home, and Jock is now watching our show. So,
dude, it's so. I mean, he had it bad, man. He had it bad.
And Jock, since you're watching, my condolences on the passing of your mom. I saw this.
Yes.
You, Jock, I can tell you this: your experience has empowered me to know how serious it can be, and I am not afraid to tell people. Like, I don't know anybody. I don't think it's even real. I don't even know one person. I know a person.
Right.
I know a couple of people, and they went through hell. So you better, shut up, or else. So, Jock, you're suffering and what you went through. I'm sure it was very tough, but we definitely learned from it. So thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm happy for you, brother.
Yeah. And Mickey's out there says, yeah.
Yeah, Jock, she. Yeah. He had some tacos.
What's the big idea, pal?
Yeah, she here, pal. I had some tacos.
Yeah.
Steve Johnson bought tacos. Did you see the Polacheks bought everybody at the place like food, all the nurses and stuff? That's great for the Polacheks, taking care of their boy.
I love the Polacheks too. And the greatest challenge of this whole deal is you've met so many wonderful people, and they're all scattered around the country. And, you get to see them because of drag racing. And if there's no drag racing, you don't get to see them.
Right.
That's like Mike Mullaney, who is a very sharp guy. Everybody is out there watching Happy Hour on this given day. I wonder if Hannah is on.
Oh, I'm bringing very little to this, but thanks.
Well, you were on one of our earlier shows in the happy hour deal, and you said 4 words. And so on this one, where I knew
I did say 4 words.
4 words. And
I know.
I knew Courtney was in a challenging internet environment. I kind of knew that Courtney was going to have some challenges out there. And so I wanted to invite you on. Like Mike Mullaney is, how about that E-Town Drift track, which was a photograph that I posted on Twitter earlier this week of Englishtown. They have turned it into a figure 8 drift track.
I love it. I think it's great.
No, it's terrible. It's a nightmare.
I just got to be the opposite. I know.
I understand.
Start the debate. Yeah.
And so, but I tweet out, this is preposterous, a travesty against humanity. And Mark Robillis is pushing back on me. It just shows you the fundamentals of the economy, Joe, that drifting is more successful than drag racing was, et cetera, and so on. So I pushed back a little bit, shook my fist again. But yeah, Mike, it's terrible. We can have drift. They can have drifting, but we can't have drag racing. Explain that one to me. I'm sorry, but I know drifting is big, but I don't think it deserves all that. We can have drag racing too.
Is drifting that big?
I don't know. I think it is.
I would put it on the same level as what we are. Am I right?
I think we're bigger. I think we're way bigger. Drifting is not on Fox Sports. We're on Fox Sports. These 2 races coming back the first 2 weeks. We're on Fox Broadcast Network.
But they have drifting. Don't they have drifting at the X Games or those little rally car things doing whatever?
Are the X Games still a thing?
It's like, I actually don't know. I need to Google that.
I don't think the X Games are even a thing anymore. I'm not against any auto sport. I love them all. I think they're great. But if you're in Englishtown, you're in New Jersey, you got this rich 50-year-long history there, and you've got this major population, and you've got, listen, COVID notwithstanding, people are going to race. You got Dodge building these Chargers and Challengers, these amazing cars. Everybody wants them. They need a place to race them. And you tear down the track and you put up a drift track. And so the drifting people get to race, but drag racing people don't get to race. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand the methodology. Like maybe it's the sound, maybe they're quieter. I don't know, but I'm against it. Am I allowed to be against something?
You could be against it, sure.
Irrationally? Like, I hate having to be irrational all the time, man. Let me have a little irrational anger.
Just get it out. It's fine. Right.
But was that really the reason why they shut that track down?
Well,
because it was loud, or
No, but there's first of all, the E-Town people will tell you, but the reasons are multiple. Number one, they had been in a constant fight about sound, et cetera, and so on for the last 30 years. And 2, supposedly they got a big contract to use the facility to park cars.
Right.
Okay. And so that was the deal. But what's up with the drift track? Why is the drag strip got to be affected? We can't figure a way to do both. I don't know. It's I smell a rat.
I smell a rat, eh?
I smell a rat. Then it returns to street racing, which Old Bridge Township has a problem with. Exactly. And let's see Jeff Foster, who is a professional. We joke around. Jeff is very knowledgeable in this. Drifting doesn't need much for pits. That's how they can have events. The pits at E-Town are now used for those Copart cars. And there it is. Okay, well, I'm still irrationally against it.
Just and that's okay.
Somebody with a solid answer, and the answer to Joe's question, he's still going to be against it.
Pissed off gets me fired up when I hear somebody
flip stuff.
Exactly. So Courtney had sent this photograph of this entire squad here out there with their sleeves rolled up.
Wow.
As they are getting ready for a divisional race. People don't realize that competition eliminator is a very challenging category, and Erica is racing in it. She's made a couple of hits in comp eliminator over these past couple of races, and I think it's great. Now she's number 1 qualifier, so that's big.
That girl can drive anything, dude.
Yeah. No, she is. She's in it. Did you see what they did to the beer garden, the white building? It's on the track. Yeah, it's right on the track. They made a drifting stadium. I'll dig up the photo. When Jason and Hannah are battling with their karaoke songs, I will find the photograph and show you. What do you think about that, Hannah? He's like, is that going to happen? I think you should commit to it.
Hannah's going to sing a song. Don't worry.
Which song?
What's going to be your song, Hannah?
I don't know. So when I do karaoke, I'm known for like doing Sarah Bareilles or that kind of style. I need to pick something else because that's not going to fit on here.
Why not?
It's not going to fit because I don't know. Nobody's here for that right now.
How about sending
Friday night though? Like, sure.
And this is you're meeting new people. Like, these are strangers, Hannah? Strangers?
So for the most part, yes. But one of my best friends from high school brought me into the group. So I knew her sister, and her brother, and then from there, I met other people and brought in some of my friends too. So, but yeah, the rest, like, I've never met them in person, but I hang out with them every week. So it's been one of those interesting quarantine things that I didn't expect to happen.
There's
get a kayak, do karaoke, whatever.
Exactly. Are you drinking a beverage there, Hannah? That's important.
I have a
beverage.
Have a beverage.
What's the beverage?
It's I was hoping you wouldn't ask. I just put sparkling water in a wine glass because it's 2 p.m. here.
Does that count as catfishing? Jason, does that count as catfishing?
Yeah, she's catfishing with drinks. I can't believe it.
Catfishing.
Catfishing with drinks.
I mean,
it's
almost gotcha.
Perpetrating a fraud. Unlike me,
I know.
Airplane Bloody Mary going.
I finished the Jack and Coke.
Mike Mulaney is going back to work.
God.
Mike.
Oh, man, Mike, blow it off. It's only Vance and Hines, really.
I mean, when do you race it again? Not till middle of July. What are we talking about?
Exactly. And Jeff Foster, it's over 68ers for pits at our national events. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to argue. I'm sad. The Northeast, that's home. I consider it a home for me. They deserve a premier facility. My dad's young kid memories there. And Mike got me all fired up. So there it is. There it is. So what else, Jason Logan? What else you got going? Are you still doing the Uber?
I'm doing Uber Eats. Yesterday,
you understand that nobody believes that. Like somebody called me the other day, and they're like, "Yeah, Jason with his funny Uber story." I'm like,
"Yeah, it's happening. It happens.
It's real. It's a real deal."
Here's what's happening, Joe. Ready?
Yeah.
This is how I'm making things work right now. I'm shaking up synergies, cogs in the wheel.
Again,
so
uncomfortable.
We got our publicist on the horn with Uber. On the horn. That's one of my favorite things. On the horn with Uber, told him what I've been doing, and then Joey Fatone wanted to go do Uber Eats. So last night we went out and filmed us doing Uber Eats. So we gotta pare down like 2 hours worth of video, to like a minute and a half. And when that happens, you'll see us delivering Uber Eats. Yeah.
See, that's Leah did a deal with the pizza sponsorship a couple of years ago, but this is different. So you did you run into anybody? Can you share with us? Did you run into New Jersey?
Everything and Uber was very sensitive. They're like, listen, guys, whatever you do, we want it to be because they have this big thing about contactless deliveries, which they want to be. Some people don't want you knocking on their door, taking food out of your hand, and which is weird because the food's in my hand. What they want you to do is just set it on the step or on a chair, or they'll give you delivery directions and take a picture of it and hit delivered, and you leave. Okay, goodbye. So, this, as opposed to me knocking the door, ringing doorbell, me being 3 feet away from somebody handing it to them that way. I don't understand that when I set it down, it's still in my hand, and my hand is still touching it, and there might be like a minute between me touching it and you touching it. So is it really contactless, delivery? I mean, yes, we're not looking at each other face to face, but the COVID lives on your body a little longer. You know what I mean?
Certainly a minute. Certainly at least a minute.
Yeah. And you're starving. You've been waiting for your food. Of course, as soon as I turn around, you're like, opening the door. I got my food. So anyways, those were all contactless deliveries. But what we did, we had a kid playing guitar, and we had our camera guy, and Joey walked into this Italian restaurant called Carreras, which is a great Italian restaurant here in Orlando, locally owned. And so we walk in, and we're like, "Hey, Uber Eats, we picking up for Kelly." So they're like, "Oh, it's not ready yet." And I go, "Well, Joey's going to sing a song. Hold on." So they started, and we made up a song about Uber Eats and a whole fun thing like that. So
did they know who Joey is?
So the owner of the restaurant
out of a crowd.
Yeah, well, we all had masks on because you have to have a mask. But as soon as Joey started singing, the owner turned around and goes, Joey, why are you kidding me? Why are you? So then we had to talk. We had to do the whole thing. So
I think it would be funny if you went to someone's door and opened the door and they're like, Jason Logan from NHRA. Oh my gosh. Who's this guy with you?
You know what I did? One of the first runs I did was to a Domino's Pizza here. And I was wearing my an NHRA like polo shirt And the kid goes, "Oh, you know about NHRA, huh?" Like all smart assy. And I'm like, I go, "Yeah." I actually work for him. And he's like, "Oh, really? What do you do?" And he goes to Gainesville all the time and he does his thing. And I've had 2 stories like this. And so he's like, "Oh no, you're the guy who shoots the shirts. Oh yeah, man, great. Oh, you go, love you." So then when I first moved to my neighborhood, I was wearing an Erica Enders t-shirt to the grocery store. And the grocery store manager, I hear him, he's the head manager there. He goes, "Oh, Erica Enders, huh? A little pro stack care, huh? Oh, that sounds great." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." He goes, "Oh, how do you know about that?" I tell him I work for him. I go to cash out. This lady at the cashier, she goes, "Oh my God, you're that guy who shoots shirts in Gainesville. Oh my God." So we're all friends now.
That's great, though. You should be thrilled.
And it's funny because Jeff Smike, who works in the TV truck, lives in my neighborhood. We go to the same grocery store. And I go, "Yeah, one of the guys who works in the TV truck comes in here all the time." She, "Oh my God, really? Who is it? What is?" I go, "You're never going to see the guy. I mean, you would never pick him out in the crowd because he's not on the camera." She's, "Oh my God, you have to show him to me." So sure enough, we were in there together one day and I introduced him and she's like, "Oh my God." He goes, "Dude, she bothers me every single time." It doesn't bother you. She's your fan.
You should be exactly. And that's the thing. I not that now is the time to come up with like ideas to promote the sport or anything, because we're barely surviving and we got these races coming up in July and we just get them on. But I always thought that there should be like a wear your gear kind of day, like NHRA set a day. And this is the day where all of the fans are encouraged to wear their gear, not to the track, like on a Wednesday in their normal civilian life, to work, school, to the grocery store, to everybody wear NHRA. So number one, NHRA fans can identify each other. And number 2, to encourage people to ask, like, what is this NHRA thing that I'm seeing all day here? And I know our numbers are relatively small compared to some of the other sports out there, but why not do it? Why not do it? I pitched that one. It didn't go anywhere.
They didn't go anywhere. It's kind of like when you played football in high school, you wear your jersey on Friday before the Friday night football game.
That's exactly what it's like. Exactly.
And then all the geeks ran away because they knew we'd bully them.
Oh, that was you? I thought you were.
Dude, I was a kicker I played my JV year. I played tight end and defensive back, and I kicked. And then I realized I don't really like getting hit so much. So then I just kick footballs.
Big mistake. Rosalie says she doesn't understand drifting. It's loud and it's spooky. I don't understand. It's kind of like try to explain it. But
wait a second. Did she just say drifting, except it's loud and smoky?
I don't understand drifting, except it is loud and smoky. That's all she knows about it. However, if I did it, I might understand what is going on. It's kind of like bracket racing. Try to explain to a friend why the car got to the finish line and didn't win. I get that.
Okay, Rosalie. I was going to say you didn't like it because it was loud and smoky. Drifting. You love drag racing. Loud and smoky.
It's a motor sport that is judged, from what I understand. They judge it, and like figure skating, you judge it. And I don't know. It just doesn't compute with me. Sam's out there, says, "What's up?" Thanks for the follows. I guess you followed him and I followed him. We met Sam. Sam is up there. I think Sam.
Yeah, there you go.
Sam has got a podcast, from what I understand.
As long as Sam doesn't catfish me, I'm good.
Use the t-shirt can for burritos.
This is a great idea.
There it is. Can you do that?
I've shot everything out of that stupid cannon. Not out of that cannon, but other cannons. Joe, let me explain to these people that this is what I've done for almost half of my life. Give away T-shirts. I mean, for 25 years, this is what I've done for various and sundry people.
Come on, burritos.
I've shot hot dogs.
Are you serious?
I've shot tacos. I haven't shot burritos, but I've shot tacos, which is hilarious because the wrapper comes off and you see cheese and tomatoes and everything. I mean, the whole thing disintegrates. It's the greatest thing ever. I've shot sub sandwiches out. Oh, it's great.
I think, look, he says, make it a deal. I'll help spread the word. Exactly. JT wants to know where's Court. We're trying to reconnect right now. Joey Rocket. They've been telling us to wash our hands. Anyone know we take a shower? I'm stinking, I guess. There it is. And here's the photograph, everybody, I was telling you about seconds ago. There is drift track. So it has now made the show. That's the drift track. See the beer garden, which was further down the track, is now in the middle of the track. And it's a drift stadium, basically. Now, someone told me they were running school buses here, which made me angry. And now that I know it's drifting, I feel better about it. It's less.
I love school bus races, though. That's fun.
Do you really?
They're pretty great.
Because listen, Joe, again, it's not about, for me, it's not about the racing. It's about the people in the stands. It's the sideshow that is Demolition Derby. That is, let me tow my boat behind my car and race around the track. It is the bus race. Dude, it's all about hearing the comments from the people in the stands that are just unfiltered, and I love it.
Well,
have you ever seen a waterless boat race?
No.
So similar idea. It's a demolition style race, but we did this at the Bull Ring in Vegas. You have boats that are attached to like demolition derby cars, and they go around and you try to.
They're on the trailer, right? They've done the trailers, right?
Yeah, but they're boats and they're funnier. And then at the end, there's so much destruction. It always came down to a fan vote. You couldn't even pick like who a clear winner was. We had to have a fan vote, and it's like you're saying, the comments and the reactions are the best.
That's all that matters. It's America, America.
Wow,
that's it. Yeah, that's very well. He's getting warmed up. You don't realize you're going to be a karaoke battle here in about
crush me
5 minutes. 5 minutes because it's the big Father's Day. I'm going to get a big Father's Day meal for my dad.
Nice.
Here after the conclusion of this show, it is going to be great. But Hannah, you work in Las Vegas and work with Nate Hershey, and you do a lot of stuff over there. Any interesting stories? I know that's kind of a great experience because it's such a major venue. There's people from around the world coming there. We got so many major motorsports, the trade shows, SEMA. You must have had some cool times. I know Nate has told me some stories about like the Bush brothers coming back and racing and the interesting receptions that they get there. Any interesting stories about working at LVMS?
LVMS was great because I got to do so many things. So at the time I was working there was one NASCAR weekend. And so that was a great experience. We also, for a while, had the Red Bull Air Race, 2 NHRA national events, as you know. And then I was an announcer at the Bull Ring, which is the short track where Kurt and Kyle Busch got their start. So there was a lot of varied experience there. And it's hard to pick out, one really good story. I can't think of a big standout off the top of my head. Anything I think of is like, oh, I said something really stupid to Jeff Gordon or something like that. But
hear that one. What's stupid? That sounds fantastic. We love Jeff Gordon. I was happy to start announcing at the strip when she left to go to NHRA. There it is.
Oh, Jeff was so mad at me the day he found out. He came into my office and called me a traitor. I still feel so bad. I'm sorry, Jeff. Jeff is always great to work with.
Jeff Gordon, go.
Jeff Gordon. We had a fan fest in downtown Las Vegas. So right at Fremont Street under the canopy. And Jeff Gordon was still driving at the time. And he I don't know, it was their day off, whatever. So drivers would want to get a drink. And so he was like, hey, can you just sneak over there and grab me a beer? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting Jeff Gordon a beer. And so I went over and I got it and I came back and he already went backstage. And I was like, I'm at work and I'm standing here with a beer. Like, this looks terrible. Someone went back to tell him that I had his beer and he popped out. He was nice enough to come back from backstage and say, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know there were drinks back here. I wouldn't have made you go do that. And just stupid me got all nervous and said something about like, that's okay. Now you can have double beer. And he looked at me like I grew a horn. And I was like, this is my one chance to talk to Jeff Gordon. And I made a stupid comment about double beer. So
it was cute. Come on. That was a cute thing to say. Like, you can have more beer.
Same thing with Jimmy Johnson. He's my favorite driver. And I made some stupid beer comment to him too. And I was like, I don't think I can ever come back here. I think I have to quit my job.
What was the Jimmy Johnson beer comment?
I don't remember what he said, but I just said something stupid about like, yeah, beer is good. And I was like, what the 7-time champion? And I'm just talking about beer.
But see, Hannah, that's where you have to disconnect. You have to take away, you have to take your fandom out of the whole scenario.
Yeah.
You know every set, 7-time champion. He's my favorite. You have to take that away and just talk to these people and not even care. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely. The last thing they want you to do is say, so, Jimmy, you won 7 championships. Are you going to be able to beat Earnhardt with the 8th championship?
Right.
That would be really great.
Yes.
I'm just like, oh, beer. Oh, my gosh. But what was funny, too, is I went back to work in NASCAR race in Vegas a little while ago. And I went for a morning run around the track, and somebody passed me. And it was Jimmy Johnson. And I was like, oh man, like, okay, maybe I'll try to pace off Jimmy Johnson. You don't pace off Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson sets the pace. And so I just watched Jimmy Johnson disappear into the sunrise.
No,
You should have said, "Hey, I'm that girl.
Yeah.
Hey, you get back here and run with me." Sorry, son of a.
Once. Come back.
You're nothing, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You've accelerated.
Yeah.
And you
Try
should-
turning right, you sorry son of a.
No, it was amazing. He's on foot. He's super fast. He ran the Boston Marathon in 3 hours, 9 minutes. You don't just pace off that guy.
Listen, I'll never forget one of the first times. One of the times I was at Daytona, and if you haven't been to Daytona in the infield, they've got a whole Daytona. I mean, it's like a whole food court, like concert area. Joe, have you been there, right, Joe?
Yes.
Where the pits?
Not the new one.
Okay, so would they?
No, I have been to the new infield. I haven't been to the new exterior. I've seen the new infield, but not the new exterior because they did that a few years in advance of the exterior. Yes.
So the infield, you actually walk on top of the pits, so you can look down, into the pit area, so you're on the roof of the pits. And I'll never forget seeing the fastest white person walking in my entire life, back from his pit to his trailer. And I mean, he was like shape shifting in and out of the fan area. Kevin Harvick, I've never seen a white person walk as fast to avoid fans.
I don't appreciate the racial stereotypes.
I said shape shifting.
Okay.
I don't think that was
That's fine.
Carl
wants to know when there's going to be racing with fans. The answer, Carl, is July 11th and 12th in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then again the following weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana, as the NHRA makes its tremendous return at Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis. This is not the U.S. Nationals. These are two races created out of nothing, the ashes rising like the phoenix. And there will be racing, and you can be there, but you have to be an NHRA member, and you have to get your tickets early, and you should have done that probably by now. But go to NHRA.com to find out more information, Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
There it is. See?
Yeah, see here, Carl.
It goes back to that voice.
Okay, so listen, I think we're in the wind down phase.
Okay.
Courtney, it doesn't look like we're going to get Courtney back, which is upsetting. But as the internet gets taxed there, it was sketchy as it was, which is unfortunate. But she did bring us out on the starting line, and that was good. That was good. So, okay, I guess it's time for karaoke battle now.
All right, Hannah, you're first. Go ahead.
No, you have to go first. I haven't picked anything.
Hannah.
Not it. Does that work? Is that an adult thing?
Hey, Hannah, my thumb was on the edge of the table. I'm thumb master, so you're it.
Okay, nobody knows what you guys are talking about.
Drinking
no
games,
idea what
drinking games.
It's a little weird.
What even?
Come on, Hannah, sing your song.
Hannah, it's going to be over the top, so I think you need to go first.
Yeah, I'm singing an Elvis song.
Would you like him to go first so you can see how it goes?
Look at her. She's faking like her Wi-Fi's screwing up.
She's frozen their camera.
How does she fake that?
That's incredible.
That's amazing how her Wi-Fi
pulled it out of the wall is what she did. She pulled the internet out of the wall. Jason,
wow.
You're the intimidator of karaoke. You're like, people don't even want to compete against you.
Unbelievable.
You're frozen.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get your camera right. Let's go. Get your karaoke on. Here we go.
How did you do that? It's incredible.
It's amazing timing.
It was amazing timing. The gods, the race smiled upon you.
God, she just took it off the 5G network and put it back on 3G.
Exactly.
I
just want to pay tribute to Mr. Carl Hubbard, who has been to the U.S. Nationals for 48 consecutive years. After all, this is all about drag racing fans. And Carl, 48 consecutive years doing anything is amazing. So here's to you, sir. And we hope that you can be out there for the 50th. But if you go in July, that doesn't count as going to the U.S. Nationals,
Nope.
But if you have your tickets for the U.S. Nationals, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to go. And if you get on the horn and complain and tell them about that stat, 48 years, I feel like you'll get in.
I do too.
All right. And now it is time for Jason Logan.
All right, I'll go first, Hannah.
Battle versus Hannah.
Dismantle the internet because I'll do it.
Here we go.
Hannah, you better sing after this. If you don't, remember the wrath that you took after I had to be up at Houston at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
All right, so Joe, here's a little backstory to my song. The other night, I was watching Elvis, and it was his tour, Elvis tour, and it was a documentary about Elvis's tour. And at the end of the song,
old Elvis, young
old
Elvis.
Elvis. Yeah, no, it was fat, bloated Elvis.
Okay.
It was a fat, bloated.
I just want to say, for the sake of the audience and everyone involved, we really only need 45 seconds.
You're gonna get a song. You're gonna get a verse and a chorus, Joe. Okay, verse. And
Okay,
chorus.
that's it. That's all I care about. Right. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason.
So here we go. This song played during the credits. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Memories press between the pages of my mind. Memories sweeten through the ages just like wine. Quiet thoughts come floating down and settle softly to the ground like gold of autumn leaves around my feet. I touch them and they burst apart with sweet memories. Sweet memories. Of holding hands with red bouquets and twilight trimmed in purple haze and laughing eyes and simple ways and quiet nights and gentle days with you.
Jason Logan, everybody. Did we get to, is there more? I felt like you can't get better than that. You can't get better. All right, Jason.
That's all you get, Joe.
No. I am blown away. I'm amazed. As much as I find it funny, I also am envious of your talent. To be
Damn right, Joe. Damn right.
Wow. Okay. So lock in your scores on a 1 to 5 scale. Those of you on Facebook, lock in your scores for Jason Logan of Logan Mania. Tremendous. Take the show. Jeff says, take the show on the road. I'm telling you. Okay. Now, Hannah Rickards, reporter. Friday night COVID karaoke.
Jeff, that is why I shoot the t-shirts.
That's why he shoots t-shirts. No.
That's why he shoots t-shirts. I found it very entertaining, Jeff. I don't know what you're talking about. But Hannah,
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So you're now up. What is your song?
I don't know. I think maybe I'll do some Elvis too.
Okay.
Oh,
let's see. I don't know if this video has an ad before it. I hope not.
You don't even know if your audio.
I don't have cool.
If it doesn't work, then
I don't know if anything's gonna work. Oh, it does have an ad. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Just play the ad. It's fine.
No,
Joe, I just sing karaoke on your show.
Oh, and then there's like this karaoke intro.
I love it. It was great. It was great. It's an event.
I'm gonna do
something happened. That's all that you do is show something's got to happen, and something happened.
Oh, can you hear that or no?
No, we do not hear it.
Oh, okay, it's just me. Well, it's Elvis. Okay. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Oh my God.
Hey. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you?
Okay, that's Hannah Rickards, who is really appreciated.
Wow, Joe, my voice just got really deep here.
Is that a radio voice?
Wow, Hannah. Whoa.
Lock in your scores, everybody. Lock in your scores. Okay, I need everybody on Facebook to post immediately just the name of the winner. 3, 2, 1, go. Begin posting the name of the winner. Jason Logan, who did a fantastic job, Jason. That was tremendous.
It's tough going first, Joe. It's tough going first.
It's very challenging going first. Or Hannah Rickards, who was second and got to see what Jason did. And then totally destroyed him. But it was tremendous. So let's see what we've got. Jeff Foster, Chuck says, Hannah, the clear winner. Jeff Foster with kind of a hurtful, you lose.
No, I cheated.
It's not even about that.
I tried to break the internet.
Michael, no way I was a 1. Did you not hear the note I hit? Did you not hear the note?
You did better.
Note, Jason, I heard the note, and for a normal person,
a 1?
No, you were a definite 6.
Well, I mean, this could be a technical KO, a TKO, Joe. I mean, we might have gone down to different, like 2 judges picked Hannah and 1 picked me. I mean, what are we talking about?
The Russian judge, he is definitely the Russian judge. It is not fair. Carl says Hannah, and Jeff says you had comedic points. Which,
by the way, Joe,
showmanship.
Yours was definitely funnier.
Listen, I'm definitely going to be headlining a stage in Vegas at some point in time. But by the way, I've been trying to get Hannah to sing for me for a long time, and I'm glad it happened here. I've been wanting to hear it. Did you know that Hannah used to be a gondola singer at the Venetian, and she will not sing? And that's the first time I finally got it. Well, now I know why. Because she didn't want me to fall any more in love with her than I already do. That's what happened.
Oh, whatever. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, I'm impressed.
Jason, I was spooning when you sang. Like, let's be real.
No,
that was
Hannah,
that was good.
Hannah, I had little bluebirds floating around and
they were all singing.
They were all singing when you were singing.
It was beautiful.
All right, so wow, that was. Do you know the have you heard of the national anthem, Hannah? You have to be the backup national anthem singer at all times at the NHRA now. Does Evan know about this talent?
Evan does know about that, and he's threatened me with it. And please don't ever show him this video.
He watches regularly, by the way.
Yes.
Oh no, no.
He told me this week that he watches regularly.
I just found that out.
This is This has been a mistake. Can we rewind? Can I go back?
Possible. No, it's out there. But the good news is it's pretty much over. And that was Jason. You got the comedic points, but clearly Hannah did very well right there. So that was very intense. Hannah, first ever WFO karaoke victory. Congratulations with your win. With your win, you received a fantastic prize of a WFO radio mask. That's right. You get a WFO radio mask that is not N95 or protective in any way, but it is definitely made of cloth, silky, created by Nitrofish, and has done a great job, and actually is doing great things for me. I will send you one of these as to commemorate your tremendous victory here on WFO Happy Hour over Jason Logan. Do you have any comments about the victory?
Wow, I'm really honored. I want to thank you, Joe. I want to thank you, Jason. I'm going to thank WFO for the great mask and the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Very good. Very good. All right, guys, we're at the end of the deal here. I'm a little bummed that we were unable to get Courtney back, but you could see that the cell service was not working. She's like, it was a perfect show, though. We had a good time. We had a little of this, a little of that. A lot of fun. Jason, final thoughts. You got a final thought?
Listen, final thought is Hannah is a very talented person. Her home studio is up and running, looking on point. Looks like yours, Joe. I mean, I've got a microphone too, and Hannah is making things happen. I can't, one day, here's what I want to have happen. I want everybody who loves drag racing to go and try to get to a local track and support, all right? And especially when the NHRA comes to your town, go bang on the doors. Say, I want to come in, and have them turn you away.
Are you saying this because you found out Evan is watching?
Yes. That's why I need you guys to go out there and support and wear a mask and support and do your thing. That's all, Joe.
There it is. Jason, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Hannah.
There he goes. Jason Logan. And Hannah, we'll allow you last shot here on the show.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you for jumping on here. Everybody needs to know that Hannah was like a last-second addition because I kind of had a vibe that Courtney being at the track, that's always tough. And Courtney is just wildly entertaining. Huge void it was going to be. And you were able to dive in and really do something over the top. We pressured you. You succumbed to the peer pressure. The only negative is you did fold up really easy on the peer pressure, but we know why, because you had the juice to back it up. That was tremendous. I had no idea that you had that kind of talent. You are obviously talented, but that's next level stuff. I admire it greatly. So thank you for joining us on the show. Thank you for coming on and spending time with us. I just hope we can see each other at the track.
Absolutely. It'll be great to see you in person, Joe. But thanks for having me on today. This was a lot of fun, and never thought I'd sing on a show like this, but here we are. So thank you.
Things happen. What happens? What kind of response do you get on your Friday night COVID karaoke deal? Do people is everybody like you? Are they all talented, or do you blow people away?
It's seriously all levels of people who love to go to karaoke all the time and are really good. One of the main hosts is a singer-songwriter in his own right. And then there are other people who just want to sing some songs from a musical. So it's all levels, a lot of fun. It's been a great way to meet people during quarantine, which sounds weird, but is actually awesome.
It is awesome. There's got to be some good things that come out of this. And that is one of them. Hannah, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on WFO Happy Hour.
Thank you so much for having me, Joe.
There she goes. Hannah Rickards from Las Vegas. Jeff Foster saying, see you later. Thank you very much, Jeff. Appreciate it. And another Jeff, good call. Yeah, it was a good call. You got to set up. You got to stack the deck. Tremendous. Let's see. Carl says, see you at the big go. Thank you very much. How about that? And now, for your entertainment, I will do my own karaoke of Frank Sinatra's version of High Hopes. Just what makes that little old ant. No, I'm not doing that, but I did enough. Joey Rocket, great show. Thank you very much, Joey. Thank you for the photos. Yeah, but that is my go-to karaoke song. I could do High Hopes in Sinatra style, but that's it. I do not have that kind of talent. Let's see. Super Rod Crew Chief. Cheers. Well, thank you very much. Is that Stubo? I think it is. I can't really see the photograph. Let's see what else. Sam Smith. Yes, Joe, you can come on and show me how to run a great podcast. Sam's got a podcast, I guess. Nate from Drag Illustrated was on. Sam, he was on your podcast. I love being on other people's shows. I love it. It doesn't happen all the time. I don't know. I always wonder, why is that? Why don't people ask me to be on the shows? But that's okay. That's why we have this. Because of this great stuff. And just like that, we're at the tail end of the show. Thank you so much, everybody. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I say it every year. First of all, to my own dad, who may be watching right now. I'm going to get the food soon. But also, happy Father's Day, Dad. It's very different right now because of the COVID and the coronavirus in Florida. We've had record numbers another day in a row, 3,800. It's really going up. People are actually very worried here. To tell you the truth, people are buzzing about bummer. How we're going to deal with the situation. Appreciate your time. All you dads out there, keep doing a good job. Raise that next generation. Make sure they're smart and compassionate and empathetic and care about their fellow man and work hard. All of those things. Dad stuff. Don't teach hate. I'll tell you that. Hey, look at me taking a stand on the show. Don't teach hate. I think it's pretty not controversial right there. But you never know these days what's controversial and what's not. I want to say thanks to the sponsors. This week's sponsor, Holley Performance, Holley.com. Their EFI fuel systems really taking over the world. Classic cars with modern technology that drive like the car that you bought at the dealership. It's because Holley has got these amazing systems. Go to Holley.com. They've got many brands, and they've supported the last couple of weeks of programming on WFO Radio. Really appreciate Holley stepping up as one of our weekly sponsors. Also, Marvin Rodak, Rodak's Coffee and Grills.com. Hot sauces, spice rubs, everything great. The Habanero Endorphin Booster hot sauce. The various coffees roasted fresh per your order. It gets to your house. It's practically still warm. You got to try some Rodak's coffee. It's so much better than the garbage you're buying. But how can I explain that to you without you trying? It's like drag racing. How do you explain it without going to the track? Check out Marvin Rodak, 817-924-6821. Also, Total Seal piston rings, the leader in ring seal technology. They got their new gas-ported pistons, but what it's about is stock eliminator cars to Formula One cars. They're using Total Seal piston rings. They are better. It's better technology. And listen to the Hidden Horsepower podcast and write us a review after you agree that it's amazing to hear these engine builders, Mark Cronquist, Ron Shaver, Jason Line, others, all coming on Hidden Horsepower Total Seal, doing a great job. If you're building an engine, you should insist on Total Seal piston rings. Definitely do that. Also, Nitrofish Racing. Get 20% off. Use the promo code WFO20. Simple as that. And I recommend the WFO Radio 10-year anniversary t-shirt, the podfather of drag racing, WFO podcast. But really, you get 20% off on anything they've got on there. I want to say shout out to Steve Brenwald, who does our graphic arts. Thank you, Steve. I just like putting up a picture of this guy because he was ahead of the curve, man, with the masks. Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, the Dragster Adventure, Super Gas, Super Comp, etc. Go to frankhawley.com and samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. They're probably down there racing in Houston. Courtney Enders out there. Thank you to Courtney for coming on the show. Jason Logan, Hannah Rickards, doing a great job. You can follow me, WFO Joe, on Twitter and Instagram. Of course, we encourage you to subscribe. Write a review for the show, like reviews about this stuff. Like, I hate it. We don't want you to do that. Don't do that. I love it. 5 stars. Yes, please. Helpful. YouTube, subscribe and click the bell. Subscribe and click the bell. Why do I tell you to do that? Because that's what I read that I'm supposed to do. We've got it all organized. You can find the happy hour shows. Beer with Selzy, Gary Selzy, Angel. It was amazing. Dom Lagana last week. Dom, Bobby, Nikki Bonifani. It's great. Ron Tobler, Wine Night. We've had so many great happy hour shows. And this one is going to be up there with Hannah destroying Jason in the happy hour karaoke battle. Who knew that was going to happen? Big mistake mentioning karaoke, Hannah. Big mistake. It was like we knew immediately what was going to happen. Okay, final thoughts. Chuck, great show as always. Thank you, Chuck. Enjoy dinner with your dad. Yes. And Carl, 48 years, Carl, amazing. Stop by and see the Liquid Wrench crew in the infield, the small track at IRP, Lucas Oil Raceway. There you go. All right, everybody, that's going to do it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Lucas Oil Racing in Epping, Division 1. Lucas Oil Racing down there in Houston Raceway Park and in Bandamere. So there's drag racing this weekend. They're probably on a live stream somewhere right now. So after you start a watch party and watch this show and share this show, go watch a little drag racing. All right, everybody, archive loaded. We'll see you next time right here on WFO Radio. Thank you all so much.